You think you scroll because you're bored. You eat because you're hungry. You drink because you want to relax. You check your phone because something might have happened. But that's a lie. You do it because of dopamine, a chemical that once kept our ancestors alive and now keeps us addicted. Your brain isn't chasing pleasure, it's chasing anticipation. And that tiny difference changes everything. You're not addicted to pleasure, you're addicted to the promise of it. The great misunderstanding. We call dopamine the pleasure molecule, but neuroscience says otherwise. It's the wanting molecule. In the 1980s, neuroscientist Kent Berridge made a discovery that changed everything. When he blocked dopamine in rats, they still enjoyed rewards, but stopped seeking them. And when he triggered dopamine artificially, they pressed a lever again and again, even when no reward appeared. They didn't enjoy the reward, they craved the chase. Dopamine doesn't make you happy, it just makes you want happiness endlessly. Think about it. That small ping of a notification isn't joy. It's the brain whispering, maybe this time. So what happens when an ancient craving machine meets a modern world built to exploit it? The primitive brain in a modern world. Your brain evolved for a different world, a world of scarcity, danger, and survival. Back then, dopamine's job was simple: find food, find shelter, find a mate, stay alive. But today, that same survival system is drowning in abundance. Fast food, endless scrolling, sugar, porn, news, shopping. Every flashing light and sound screams, "This matters. Do it again." Your ancient brain obeys because it doesn't understand the 21st century. It still believes every dopamine hit might save your life. That's why it's not about weakness. It's about wiring. Your cave brain is trapped inside a digital storm. The hedonic loop. Here's the cruel part. Every hit of dopamine makes the next one weaker. The brain adapts. The threshold rises. Neuroscientist Anna Lemke calls it the pleasure-pain balance. Every spike of pleasure tips the scale, and your brain compensates by dialing down future joy. That's why one glass of wine becomes 2. One episode becomes 10. One short scroll turns into an hour. You're not chasing pleasure anymore. You're running from the crash that follows it. Pleasure fades, craving remains. The more you chase the high, the lower your baseline becomes. The illusion of control. You think you can stop anytime, but that thought is part of the addiction. Dopamine doesn't just control the craving, it controls the story you tell yourself about it. It rewards the illusion of control. It whispers, "You're just relaxing. You deserve this. You'll quit next week." You promise yourself it's the last time, but the promise is dopamine too. It's not weakness, it's biology hijacked, a chemical pretending to be your free will. And if dopamine can rewrite your will, what else is it rewriting? The way out. The answer isn't to kill dopamine, it's to understand it. You can't fight biology, but you can retrain it. Start by noticing your triggers. The moment before you reach for your phone. The silence before you pour another drink. The pause before you scroll. Each act of awareness rewires the loop. Space out the hits. Let boredom return, because boredom is where the brain resets. Choose meaning over micro rewards, creating, learning, connecting. They release dopamine too, but slowly, deeply, sustainably. Freedom doesn't mean zero dopamine. It means choosing what's worth your next hit. You can't escape dopamine, but you can stop being its puppet. Addiction isn't failure, it's your brain's survival code, misfiring, and the first step to fixing it is seeing it. So ask yourself, what's your dopamine trap? Food, social media, validation, name it in the comments, because naming it is already the first act of freedom. And next, we'll go deeper into the hidden architecture of addiction itself, where chemicals and habits share the same neural highway and what it truly takes to break free.